Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome to a video that is a little bit unusual in that it doesn't talk about my writing, or my DMing, or even Flask Lurb. For this video is going to be all about streaming and me. My experiences with streaming, why I didn't stream until only recently, and things that are preventing me from streaming more. Somebody suggested this on my Discord and I thought, you know what, that's a really interesting topic, so I think I'll talk about that. Before I go into detail, however, I want to point out the picture that is being used for the background of this video. It was made by our resident Discord art bear and is being used for the backdrop for my Twitch channel when I'm offline. If you want to see more of her amazing art, there is a link in the description where you can go to her Twitter. Go check it out and tell her that it's awesome, because it is awesome. And now, back to the topic at hand. Twitch. Twitch has become something that exists side by side with YouTube, though it wasn't always that way. When I started Let's Playing, Twitch didn't exist, it only came to be in 2011. So as to why I didn't start with Twitch, initially, the simple answer is it wasn't a thing until a couple of years into my Let's Playing. And even when it did become a thing, I knew of it, but I didn't really check it out until quite a bit later. And even then, I didn't have the capability to do Twitch streaming. Not only did I not have a computer that would have been capable of doing it to any degree of competency, but I also didn't have access to a decent enough internet connection. For quite a long time, I was uploading videos using a very slow broadband connection that would quite often struggle to do other things and upload videos. It was why, for the longest time, my videos were rather short in length and also rather small in size. Eventually, those things were alleviated. I ended up getting a much better internet connection, a fibre optic one, which meant that I could create longer videos that were larger in size and thus better in quality. Well, better in visual and audio quality. Some would argue that they've not been great quality since the very beginning. Let's move on from that. And then, much more recently, I got a much better computer, though some could argue that the computer I had before would also have been capable of streaming on Twitch. And I got asked numerous times why I didn't want to stream, and there were a number of reasons beyond hardware limitations and internet. For one, for quite a long time, I simply didn't have the time to stream on Twitch. Not only was I recording, editing, compressing and uploading a lot of videos every week, which takes a very long time, as I've mentioned in the video where I talked about the recording process, but I was also working as well, juggling both Let's Playing and working simultaneously. And that didn't leave me a lot of time to do other things. I managed, of course, to find time to squeeze in a few other things, but streaming was not going to be one of those things. Nowadays, online content creation is the thing that I do exclusively. And even then, I was still exceptionally hesitant to do Twitch streaming. And one of the reasons was because I didn't want to be always available, as I put it. And when I said that to people, they got quite perplexed that I had to explain. What I meant by that was that when you record Let's Plays, you can do that anytime you like. I typically do it in the morning, but I could do it in the afternoon, I could do it in the evening, and I can edit them and compress them when I like, upload them when I like, for whatever time they need to be up, and all of the onus is on me. I decide when this happens, and I work at my own pace. I feared that if I started streaming on Twitch, that there would be a presumption that I would be available at all times to create content, as it were, to play games so that people could watch me play games. I had in my mind that I would be on Steam or something playing a game and some people would notice, or I'd mention that I'm playing a game on Twitter, and the first thing would be asked is, well, why aren't you streaming it? I want to see you play. That, of course, didn't happen. It was never going to happen, but there was this fear in the back of my head that it would. But Kiko, I hear you say, you're on Discord. You're technically available all the time there. That's true, but it's a very different kind of availability. I'm not playing a game that people are watching while I'm on Discord. I'm there with everyone else, and I am there a lot when I'm not recording or sleeping or going out somewhere doing something. Not that I've been doing that of late. I'm there. But most people are typically talking amongst themselves, and when things are asked of me, I notice them when I notice them and respond in my own time. There isn't that live to and fro that Twitch has. But eventually I got over that fear. And what actually pushed me into streaming was changing my recording setup. An update for Windows 10 rendered my recording software pretty much useless for almost all games, and I rolled back the update pretty much immediately while I tried to figure out how to get around this issue. But it very much became apparent that I wasn't going to be able to get around this issue with the recording software that I was using, that I'd used for so many years. And so, I had to switch. And OBS was the answer that made the most sense for me. And while I was setting this up, with someone's help of course, there was no way I was going to get it working how I wanted to by myself after all, the person helping me, Cav2K, suggested, well, since this thing is designed for streaming, why don't you try streaming out right now and see how it works? And I was immediately gripped with a feeling of lingering dread. But a curiosity slowly eroded that away. When actually presented with, well, we can literally just set this up to stream something now, I wondered how it actually would be, and it was put to me as just a test. It wouldn't take very long, and I wouldn't be streaming very long. Just wanted to see if this computer and the internet was capable of streaming. It was very, very sneaky of Cav2K to put it like that. And I thought that no one would be there, that no one would notice that I was streaming. But over the years, I've had a Twitch account for quite a while. Over the years, quite a lot of people had decided to follow me. I had hundreds of followers, despite having never put up a single second of live-streamed content. And so, when I finally started this first tentative stream, I believe the stream was of Zero Wing, people appeared, and people were amazed and stunned that I was there, and so excited and happy that I was actually there in person, and that they could say something and I would be able to respond to them immediately. And it was very nerve-wracking. It was ridiculously nerve-wracking. In fact, it still is nerve-wracking, though not to the same extent. But I found myself enjoying it. And thus started my journey into the world of Twitch that has been going on for 7 months now. It has gone on for so much longer than I thought it would. And what an experience it has been. If I were to describe how I do Twitch, it's very much like how I used to do YouTube. Nowadays, when I record videos for YouTube, there is quite a lot of editing that goes on. Admittedly, the editing is quite light in the sense that it just involves removing audio and video issues, but it does take a very long time. It actually takes longer to edit videos than it does to record them. I mentioned as much in my video about recording. But Twitch, you can't do that. I start streaming, the game is there, and success or failure, issues or no, the show goes on. And it does remind me a lot of the beginning days when I started doing YouTube, where I pick a game to play, learn as I go, have no real idea about what's to come, and a lot of my earlier Let's Plays, specifically the Let's Quickly plays, where I played Mega Drive and Game Boy games, those were very much like how I stream now. Of course, the difference is that there are people there who are interacting with me while I'm playing, and that actually adds an extra layer of difficulty. Recording Let's Plays requires a lot of concentration. You need to focus both on the game and your commentary, and that is why sometimes things will be missed when I'm Let's Playing, because my attention is in two places at once, and that is very difficult to juggle. When you're streaming, your attention is in 3 places at once because you're focusing on the game, you're focusing on talking, and you are focusing on the chat as well. The chat is typically in a window right next to the game, so I have to divert my eyes pretty much constantly over to the chat while I'm playing. Chat doesn't move too quickly, and I'm very glad for that, but it moves quickly enough that it makes it even more challenging. But I actually really enjoy the interactivity. I really enjoy being able to answer questions. I really enjoy being able to talk about things and have people react to what I'm saying. There is a joy to it. There is a joy to being there, and it's very fun to do, and that's the most important thing. I enjoy streaming. I didn't think I'd enjoy streaming, but I do enjoy streaming, and I'm very, very glad for that. There's so many people that turn up to each stream, and quite a few that turn up very early, and seeing them there and seeing them enjoy themselves and be there with me to journey through whatever game I'm playing, there's a joy in that. And this leads to the final major question. If you enjoy streaming so much, why don't you do more of it? Why not focus entirely on streaming? In answer to that, I have 2 points. First, I really enjoy recording Let's Plays. It's a very different format to doing streams. And yes, streams, you don't edit the videos afterwards, you just set it off and go, and it's a lot easier to do in that regard, but there are difficulties in doing it, and I just really like sitting down in the morning, recording Let's Plays, doing what I've done for so many years, and creating something that hopefully people will find entertaining. I just love doing that, and I would not want to discard that to stream, because not everybody can attend the streams. Not everybody likes the streaming format. Some people prefer the Let's Play videos. And after doing Let's Plays for so many years, I want to keep doing Let's Plays. And right now I believe I have a decent-ish balance between making Let's Play videos and streaming. I am pretty much at the moment at my limit on what I can do in terms of creating Let's Plays and streaming. I currently do 2 Let's Plays, which are 3 videos a week. There is the replay slot, which is 3 videos a week. There is this video, which is another video that's weekly, so that is 10 videos recorded, edited, compressed, uploaded every single week. That is a lot of content. That is at least 1 video daily, with one day having 2 videos, that's Saturday, and one day having 3 videos, that's Sunday. You then have the VODs for Twitch that go up on Friday and Monday. So Friday and Monday have 2 videos as well, though the second video is a VOD, and so that just involves me exporting it over and sorting out a few little things. I have thought every once in a while about trying to get a 3rd stream in at some point, because right now I am an affiliate, and becoming a partner is currently impossible because I don't stream enough. There are so many days of my week that are already taken up by things. Tuesday evenings I have D&D, Wednesday evening is the stream, Friday evening is the stream. That does leave a lot of evenings where I could potentially stream, and yet I can't because there are things that prevent me from streaming most of the time. Wednesday and Friday, perfectly possible, but other times in the evening at the moment are not possible, which leaves streaming earlier. And the problem with streaming earlier is that I am recording earlier. So I'm recording in the morning, and then I'm editing, and then I've got other things that I need to do in the afternoon, exercise, working on Mathrendy of Dusseldom. That is another thing as well that I'm also juggling, as well as Let's Play and streaming Mathrendy of Dusseldom. That takes a good few hours, Monday to Friday. So the only other time I could stream would be in the afternoon, and that would be a time when most of the people that would watch it, according to my analytics on YouTube, would either be working or asleep. So I don't see that as being something that could work. But I could be wrong. The final thing that prevents me from streaming a lot is the fact that it would wear me down to the point that I would burn out. And I know this because over the years I've come to know that I am most definitely an introvert. I refuel and recharge my batteries in solitude. That doesn't mean to say that I talk to absolutely no one, because I've got Discord, I've got the streams, I've got other people that I speak to, but I can't constantly be on Twitch streaming because it would wear me down. It would exhaust me, but also exhaust my voice. Recording 10 videos and doing 2 streams is a lot of strain on my voice. Now, I've been doing Let's Plays for absolutely years, so my voice can deal with this, but if I were to put a lot more streams on top of that, my voice wouldn't be able to deal with this. My voice has occasionally been really heavily strained by what I do, and it has recovered, but I don't want to push it too hard just in case it doesn't recover. But that is an aside from the fact that I most certainly recharge my batteries in solitude. I need that time to myself, and while you may think that the recording process is time to yourself, it kind of isn't, because I'm doing my commentary as I'm playing the game, and it doesn't feel like it's alone. I mean, it is alone. I'm literally alone in this room right now, but you're speaking to people who aren't there but will be there, and so it's kind of like a conversation. But it's not it's complicated. It's difficult for me to describe even while I'm saying it, but the point is that it doesn't recharge my batteries for socializing, as it were. Neither does Twitch. Twitch is great fun, but it is quite exhausting, and after Friday, I am glad that the weekend is free of both recording and streaming, because it gives me time to recuperate and get ready for the next week, and that, I think, is more of an issue when it comes to doing extra streams than time constraints. That said, if I can find a time that I could do a 3rd stream that a lot of people would be able to attend, that would work with the things that are limiting when I can stream right now, I would give it a try. I'd see if I could make it work, but I couldn't promise anything there. I mean, I would like to get to that point where I can become a partner, but if I end up not being able to, and I stick with 2 streams a week and all of my videos, that's fine too. People have really been enjoying what I do, and that's the most important thing for me, that people like what I'm doing, and I am liking what I'm doing. It's something that has surprised me that I enjoy streaming on Twitch as much as I do. Perhaps I would have enjoyed many more years of it had I have started earlier and realised that I would enjoy it, but that is hindsight, and hindsight is 2020, and let me tell you, I know full well that looking back on things you should have or could have done is not good, and generally just makes you miserable, because why does it sometimes make me miserable? But that is an aside. I really enjoy doing Twitch. I didn't think I would, but I really do. And while I wish I could get that 3rd stream going, there are so many things in the way that I don't think at this time are surmountable. But who knows? Maybe someone will come up with a brilliant idea. And so, with that, that is the end of my rambling conversation about Twitch. I didn't know where it would end up when I started. I had a vague idea, but this one is definitely one where things have been formulating in my head as I've been going. Hopefully, it made some sense. That'll be a first, eh? Ho-ho! And so, when we come back, folks, more audio videos. Maybe it's about writing in me, or DMing in me, or some other aspect of my content creation, or about Bethrendy of Dusseldom. As a note, Chapter 13 of Bethrendy of Dusseldom is now available to read. You can check it out at kikoskia.com/writing/Dusseldom, spelled D-O-S-T-L-E-D-O-M. And when we come back, folks, videos and streams will continue as normal. It's very strange to think that this is my normal. It's been my normal for quite a while now. 7 months with the streaming and so many years with Let's Playing, but that is my normal. Many people would look at this and go, but how can that be normal? And it just is for me. It is normal life. And it's absolutely wonderful. It's normal life, and I'm very happy that it is, because we're doing so much better in the last few years with the ability to be able to focus exclusively on this. But again, that's a side that maybe I'll go into a different time. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.